Hi, this is Sherry Methling with Ancient Healings Around the World, here to discuss intuition. What is your intuition? How do you hear it? How do you listen to it? How do you know what choice is the better or worse choice? Will lead to an easier path or a harder path? How do you listen to that gut instinct? How do you hear it? How do you become psychic within your own self, within your own energies, within your own mind, within your own feelings? Do we all have it within us? Or is it just certain people that are gifted with this ability? Everyone has it within them. Everyone has it within them. Yes, some people are born with this natural ability because they exercise it a lot, all the time. They're listening to those feelings. They're hearing what they hear from a higher self, from maybe the angelic realms. They're trusting it. They feel it. They know it. They own it. They didn't shut that feeling down. They didn't turn down the volume. They didn't change the channel, the station, the frequency. The information is always coming to us, to you. Turn up the volume. Listen to what you're feeling. Turn off the head and the logic sometimes. I'm not saying that logic is good or bad. But if you want to hear pure truth, which unfortunately isn't currently residing around us, in media, in magazines, in newspapers, on television, in politics, in the election. Ask yourself, what is truth? Feel for the answers. Feel your way through life. Feel your way through the decisions. But at the same time, know if there is not fear within the decision that you are making or not making. Because fear will keep you separated from your intuition, from your truth, from your light, from source, from the divine, from God, let's say. Because the answers truly do reside within the feeling, within what we would call the heart space. The head is of ego and humanistic. But sometimes what seems completely irrational and ridiculous is truth. Like for instance in America right now, will Donald Trump be inaugurated on January 20th of 2017? It seems like everything is lining up according to that he was elected. But intuitively, I don't feel that's going to move into presidency. I just have a feeling well before the election, months before the election, listening to that higher truth, knowing that everything that you see, that you read, that you hear is not always truth. Just as I tune into truth, I want to see truth, I want to know truth. How do you discern what is truth, what is lies? How do you ask yourself, how do you know if it's your intuition, your instincts, and your gut? Well, ask yourself, does it feel heavy or does it feel light with this decision? Does it feel free? Does it feel restricted? Do I feel tight? Do I feel flowing? Do I feel open to that? Do I feel closed? Does it feel like I'm a prisoner with that decision? Does it feel like I'm setting sail to a new island, to a new beginning? Does it feel like I have an anchor with that decision? Once again, does it feel like I'm flowing with this decision? A lot of times we have two decisions going on in our heads. Should I do this or this? Right? Well, this scenario, how do I feel? Maybe I hear something. Maybe I see something. We have different senses that are working at all times if we allow them. If we have the volume turned up there. Clairsentient, feeling, turn up the volume. Clairaudient, hearing, turn up the volume. Clairvoyant, seeing, turn up the volume. Claircognizant, all-knowing, turn up the volume. To your inner truth. your inner truth. Your inner truth is truth. Everybody's inner truth is pure love, is pure light, is the right direction that will lead them to where they're seeking to go, what they're trying to manifest, their higher purpose, the reason why they're here. Life is merely just experiences. Technically, there is no good or bad, right or wrong. I know it might sound hard to break down in a world where there is duality, in a world where there is separation, in a world where there is high or low, better or worse, richer or poorer. Of course, that is going on, richer or poorer. You know, you have a person, black and white, who's wealthy and who's not wealthy. But the bottom line is, they're still equal. Equal playing fields. We're all here for different experiences, to learn different lessons, to go down different paths, to graduate each grade, each level. It's just like school. That's right. Moving from grade to grade to grade to grade. Moving up. Moving laterally. Just learning, checking it off. Doesn't even have to be necessarily moving up, okay? Because then that would be another space of there's a high and low. No, it's just checking these off as that soul needs to learn different lessons as the next, and so on and so forth. Everybody's here to learn different lessons according to what their encyclopedia of lifetimes has gathered up from past experiences, emotions, belief systems, what they have went through. They have to get to a space of a higher consciousness, of a place of where there's just love and everything's just flowing, creating the heaven on earth that was meant to be. Being in a space of no fear. No fear. No doubt, no worry, no lack. Two worlds. Fear, love. With fear comes all these experiences, comes all these emotions, comes all these reactions, comes all these people and energies and relationships, come all these jobs and financial lack in the life of fear, in the world of fear, in the world of separation from truth, and then the world over here, okay, of love, harmony, of abundance, of expansion, of higher consciousness, of connectedness, of intuition, of listening, of hearing, of feeling, of knowing, of trusting, of allowing, and everything else that comes here in this world, and everything else that comes in this world. Bridging the gap between the two worlds. Bridging the gap between the two worlds. Stepping from this world over to here. And every time you want to go back here, because those energies, those feelings, those emotions will come back in time to time. It takes a while before we strengthen the muscle and before we get over here at 100% of the time. It takes time. If a person wants to lose weight, they have to keep working out. They have to stay on a healthy diet. It doesn't just change overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. We have to exercise the muscle of the energies, the thoughts, the feelings, the beliefs, the programs that keep us in this world. What world do you want to live in? Do you have disbelief that you can actually live in this world, that this world could be in this world? It can. You could live in an energy, in a space of mass chaos sometimes around you and still be neutral and still live in a vibration where that doesn't even exist. Even if you are in that vibration, people around you, it won't affect you. That's where a lot of energy healing comes in too, because the art of neutrality, Chinese energetics, will help neutralize all energies which do not serve you. And then once you're neutral in a space and not on a teeter-totter or in a belief system where one is better, one is worse, okay, you become neutral, a neutral playing field. And that, at the neutral playing field, that is that actual benchmark where it gets you from this world to this world. Just using analogies right now. So with intuition, follow and listen. Listen to yourself. Feel for the answer. What is the least path of resistance that will get me from point A to point Z in this situation, in this experience, with this relationship, What do I feel? Remember, heavy or light, bright or dark, free, flowing, or restricted, constraint, a prisoner. 2 cases scenarios, 2 worlds. But we also want to keep in mind, sometimes there's fear that gets in the way, and that's of this world, which is stop us from listening to our intuition. Just ask the question, is there any fear in my energy field in this case, which is not allowing me to flow down this path because I have fear that I don't know how to do it, I don't know the answers, that I'll be judged, that people won't like it? Is there a lot of fear that's causing me to go with option B as opposed to option A because there's all this fear attached to it? Make sure that fear is not in the way. Just ask your higher self and tune in. And if there are fears, ask yourself, well, what do I have to do to clear that? I have different videos out there, how to clear negative energy. I have various videos and teaching you how to clear those blocks, those limiting beliefs, those lies, the illusion, the separation. Create the heaven on earth. Listen to that intuition, whether you're getting it through the feelings, through hearing, through seeing something, or just through knowing. Listen to your gut instincts. Feel for the answers. Turn up the volume. Turn up your light. Turn up your truth. Everybody has the ability. Some people are more gifted in this area. Yes, why? Because they've been utilizing it. They've been listening to it for a long time. They've been trusting it. It's kind of like a personal trainer who's completely in the best shape imaginable because he does it. He works out 4 days a week or 5 days a week and he eats healthy. He's exercising those muscles. That's why people go to intuitives or psychics for information, because they're constantly operating and exercising those muscles as well. Maybe people with finance who invest, they do well with money. They're exercising those muscles all the time as opposed to somebody who's not doing it. But you can exercise this muscle. You can become more intuitive. You can become more psychic. Allow yourself to see. Trust what you see, trust what you get, trust what you feel. That's where the answers lie. For it is not a lie, and that is the truth. And that's Sherry Methling with Ancient Healings Around the World. Peace.